Is my voice is loud and clear? Yes. Good. Yes. Okay, guys. So let's start the session for today. So I welcome you all to this free online workshop on data science and AI using Azure. And before starting the session, let me introduce myself. I'm Shiva Krishna, and I'm having overall 12 years of experience in IT industry and teaching profession, and where I associated as a full stack data science trainer at Naresh IT, Hyderabad, where I used to give the trainings to the multiple students, where the learners are from 0 to 10 years of experience. Few students might be freshers and few students might be from other domains. They might be shifting to data science. So I'll be guiding them how to translate their career from one domain to another domain. And where I have handled with multiple data science and machine learning related projects from various domains like finance, aviation, e-commerce, HR analytics and healthcare analytics, pharma analytics, insurance analytics. These are the various projects which have worked in my real life. And I'm a top 2 percentile data scientist from Kaggle, right? And coming to this, my education, I have done my master's from BITS and my data science and machine learning from Indian Institute of Management, Raipur. And I hold a couple of certifications, out of which certified IBM data science professional and certification from IBAC, that is International Association of Business Analytics Council from USA, and certification in data science from IIT Madras, and also Microsoft certified in Python, right? These are the various couple of certifications which I'm holding. And coming to the today's agenda, okay? So now let us get into the main part of the today's session, that is agenda. So here in today's session, okay, we are having multiple participants, right? We are having different types of participants are there. Now let us see these participants. Now within the participants, few of them might be completely new. They are completely this is for the first time they want to enter into the data science domain, and for the first time they are listening also. They want to know what is data science and what is machine learning, and they are completely new to this. There might be some participants in this today's session who are completely new for this, that is completely new to the data science. They are not familiar with what is data science. They are not familiar with what is machine learning. They're completely new to data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, all these things, whatever we are having, they're completely new. Okay. Few participants might be. Few participants who are already completed the course, like DS and AI related to course, and they were not familiar with Azure part. Okay, already completed DI plus AI, but not familiar with Azure, right? They are not familiar with Azure and how in the Azure these data science projects will be working, right? And few might be in terms of having or presently they are doing some data science and AI course. There might be from various organizations, whether they might be from NareshIT or they might be from other organizations also. Since it is a free online workshop, we may get the participants from various, as I told you earlier, completely new to this or already completed the course. And a few of them are with respect to who are doing the data science and AI course at NareshIT or some other way, right? So now I have to cover all these particular people. So if we focus on already completed students means they might be not knowing what I'm going to discuss. If I focus on completely new means, there might be some other students might be feeling that this is already completed for us, right? So I have to cover all these things. So that is the reason what I have done is I have created the today's agenda in such a way that first I'll start what is data science, so that the freshers or the completely new students, they can understand. So what is data science and what is machine learning and what is artificial intelligence? And what is the difference between the machine learning and artificial intelligence and data science? Between this, what is the difference? And along with that, I will get into the detailness of the Azure AI fundamentals. Now, what is Azure? And within the Azure, what are the different types of services are available? Within that, what is ML and AI services? Within that, what it is that? And how we are going to proceed the ML or AI project in Azure. So these are the things I'm going to cover in the today's class. So since Azure project, yeah, guys, voice is clear now. Can you please confirm me once again? As there is a power cut issue and internet was disconnected in between. Sorry for that. It is clear now. Okay, fine. Thank you. Done. Let's. Now, in today's class, what we are going to discuss means what is data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Along with that, what is the difference between this machine learning and data science, and Azure AI fundamentals means what are the different Azure services are provided, what are the various Azure services. Within the Azure services, we are having different types of services like AI and ML service, DevOps service, and with respect to some other services, multiple cloud services, multiple services are available within the Azure. Within that, we are going to see the Azure AI as this complete project. If you take any data science project, data science or related to ML project, if you consider any data science or ML project, the complete project implementation in Azure, we can't do in a single workshop. That is not possible, because completely when we are discussing the Azure, we have to get into the intro of that one. So step by step. So it is not going to be completed in single workshop. That is not possible, right? So we are going to conduct that one in the multiple sessions. So it will be taking the complete project implementation to understand the step by step and how the Azure works within that Azure service, and how to select these things, and within that how to work on that, and how to make it operate, and how to deploy the model, and all these things we have to understand within this Azure services means it will not be completed in a single workshop. That is not possible. So for that reason, what we are going to do, that we are going to conduct in the multiple sessions. We are going to take in the multiple sessions, right? In the today's class is just of fundamentals. Today's class is of just of fundamentals for entering into the Azure and data science area, right? This is the first class. To be more precise, this is the basic first class. But here, don't expect that complete Azure and along with the DI project implementation will be done, because that is not possible. Practically, it is not possible. Okay, I can't give you a overall overview just by selecting myself and selecting this one, that one directly by opening my Azure account and directly implementing the entire project. What you'll understand there? So you have to understand step by step, miss. That will be possible through the multiple series of classes, right? Now, let's get into the intro. Now, what is data science? Data science is nothing but it is a process of transforming the given data into the meaningful insights. So they are going to give you a raw data, some kind of raw data. They are going to provide us raw data. The raw data might be a structured data. Structured data means which is in the tabular format. The data might be in a unstructured data. Okay. The data can be a structured data, or the data might be a unstructured data. Unstructured data comes with respect to the text or images, videos processing. All these comes under unstructured data. When you are working on the text data, then it comes under unstructured data. If you're working on the images, it is unstructured data. There is no proper structure. For example, if you have to write a mail, okay, to some person, XYZ person, you are sending a mail. Is that mandatory that you have to start in this way and you have to end in this way? Is there any rule like that? There is no rule like that, right? If you write a comment in the YouTube, is there any rule that you have to write in this way only? No. If you are writing some kind of in the Twitter, some tweet, is there any rule? No. So there is no rule, means there is no proper structure. If there is no proper structure, then it is called as unstructured data. If it is having a proper structure, for example, name, in this column, you have to write the name of the students only. In this column, you have to write the name of the student. That is the rule. You have to write the name of the student. In this column, you have to write the phone numbers. So if the data is having a proper structure, then it is called as structured data. If the data is having not a proper structure, it is called as unstructured data, right? So if the data, right, if the data is either structured or unstructured, whatever the type of data we receive, we have to analyze the data. The data might be anything, whether it might be a structured data, it might be an unstructured data. We have to analyze the data which was given to us. Analyze the data, and from that data, get the insights, whatever the insights. What is meant by these insights? What is meant by insights? Insights means from that understand, and from that take a decision. Understand and able to take a decision. We have to understand and able to take a decision from that. You have to give insights in such a way your client or the owner or the product manager, whoever the person is there, that person should take some kind of decision, right? Example, let us take a small example. Now in the Amazon, as everyone knows, it is an e-commerce website where in the Amazon, we are having with respect to, I'm saying about e-commerce website. I'm not saying about Amazon others products. I'm not discussing about other products, only Amazon e-commerce, particular e-commerce website, right? In the Amazon e-commerce website, we are having multiple products. As everyone knows, we are having multiple products in the Amazon. Now within this, which one is a good product, which one is a bad product? How we are going to do that? That is based on the reviews. There will be some reviews. And based on the reviews, we are going to classify the reviews, whether it is a positive or negative. For example, let us take there 1,000 reviews are there. Okay, for a particular product, they have given 1,000 reviews. The customers or the consumers, they have given the in terms of 1,000 reviews. Out of these 1,000 reviews, how many of them are positive? 800 of them are positive. 200 of them are negative. Now, what is the use of doing this one? At the end, what happens? By doing this classification, what happens? The end user is going to have a clear idea to select whether this product is a good product or a bad product. And based on that, he is going to take a decision whether to buy or not to buy. Our data science project, where the reviews classification, this is the part of called as text classification project. This related to text classification project. So by using this test classification project, the Amazon, what they have done is they have divided the reviews into positive reviews and negative reviews, so that the end user can easily understand whether it is a good product or a bad product. Because nowadays, everyone are believing based on the reviews, they are purchasing the product. We have to go as per the market. We can't go against the market. Okay. So many of the people are interested to buy a particular product based on the reviews. Now, doing this one, it is simplified. Got the point? Now it is clear what is data science analysis means. Analyzing the data and bringing the insights from the data. Right? So you have to analyze the given data and bring the insights from the data such a way that the insights means where the end user can easily understand the insights and take a decision. This is end user. This is end user. This is data scientist. You have to create a insights in such a way the end user will understand and easily able to take a decision. Right? Now, it involves a multidisciplinary skills with respect to maths, stats, predictive modeling, machine learning, all this stuff. Right? Predictive modeling means what is meant by predictive modeling? Predictive modeling means where we are going to predict whether the person will buy the product or not. That is comes under predictive modeling. Machine learning is used for predicting this whether the person will buy a product or not. Right? Now, within this data science, we are having the machine learning. Now, what is machine learning then? Now, machine learning is nothing but without explicitly programming. Means you are not going to tell how you have to work. Without writing that, it automatically selects based on the data. It is not a fixed program. It is not a fixed program. It is not a fixed program. Machine learning is not a fixed program. For everything, it is not going to do the same. Based on the data, it is going to create or it is going to select the whatever the given insights or whatever the things are available within the given data. Right? So it understands the data, and from that data, it is going to create a model. It is going to create a model. The model will be in such a way that the more accuracy will be available for that particular data. Right? So within the machine learning, we are having regression, classification, clustering, and anomaly detection. Now, what is meant by regression? Regression means nothing but predicting the output variable, which is numeric, where you are going to predict the output as numeric. Numeric means in terms of a numerical value. Let us take an examples like you are going to predict the mileage of a car. Okay. And you are going to predict the salary of a data scientist. Okay, salary of data scientist based on the skills, based on the number of projects, and based on the tools he is familiar with, and based on the experience, all these things, right? The salary of the data scientist. Now, you are going to predict the house house price in a particular area. Based on the area, based on the size of the house, based on the number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and on which floor, based on the facing, based on the locality, right? All these things, multiple parameters will be involved in that. But you are predicting the house price and used car price. Used car price also based on the number of years old model and how many kilometers it has already driven, and whether it is a diesel version or a petrol version. Based on the multiple input parameters, we are going to predict the price of a used car. This all comes under, right? Now, classification. Classification means where you are going to predict the output variable, which is having the classes. The output variable will be classes. Classes means, example, here I have told you earlier the salary of a data scientist. The salary of a data scientist would be 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 7.2 lakhs, 7.5 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 8.9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 11.2 lakhs, 11.5 lakhs, like this, right? These are the numbers. Now, whereas whether the person will get a job or not, yes or no, whether the person will get a job or not means, then it is called as classification. If the person will get the job, then what would be the salary means, then it is called as regression. For the same project, if you are predicting the salary means, it is called as regression. If you are predicting whether the person will get a job or not means, it is called as classification. So classification means whether to person belongs to which class, or you are having an output variable where you are having the classes, right? So whether to accept the loan or reject the loan by banking industry. When you apply for a particular loan, okay, you have applied for a particular personal loan in a HDFC bank or ICICI bank, some bank you have applied a personal loan. Now, whether the bank has to accept your loan application or to reject your loan application. That is also one of the project. Now, whether the person will churn the company or not. This is called as churn modeling. Churn modeling means whether the person will churn or not. Churn means whether the person will leave the company or not. HR analytics project. Okay, they are going to check whether the person is going to leave the company or not. And this is also related to telecom related projects, whether this particular customer is going to shift to another company or not. Okay, to another telecom operator or not. These all comes under classification. And next one is called as clustering. Clustering means where we are having the grouping of the objects, grouping of similar objects. You are going to group the similar objects. Grouping of similar objects is called as clustering. Now, example for this is during the COVID situation. Okay, during the COVID situation, that is first lockdown. I'm saying about the first lockdown of first COVID situation. Okay, where we are having with respect to green zone. Do you remember we used to have green zone, red zone, orange zone? These, all the zones, green zone, red zone, and orange zone, all these comes under clusters. Each one is called as clusters. This is called as cluster. This is also called as one cluster. This is called as one cluster. One cluster means grouping of similar objects. Whichever the areas having less with respect to COVID cases, it belongs to green zone. Means they are divided into one group. And wherever the COVID cases are very high, they are divided into one group. They are just dividing into the groups. Is called as clustering. Grouping them into, okay, grouping the objects. Grouping the similar objects is called as clustering. And next, we are having anomaly detection. Anomaly detection means nothing but outliers. Now, outliers means something different. Okay, for example, let us take like this. In a particular office, okay, salaries of a persons, like some few people will have 5 lakh salary, Few people will have 6 lakh salary, few people will have 8 lakhs, few people will have 9 lakhs or something like this. One person is having 1 crore. He is the CEO of the company. 1 crore or 1.2 crores, 9 crores, like this, something. Okay, which are completely different from others. They are called as anomalies. Anomalies means completely different with the normal data. So we are going to detect that one, which is completely different. Now, sir, where in the real life we are going to use these anomalies? Okay, for example, simply to say abnormal data. Yes, as one of the student in the chat box saying that abnormal. It is abnormal data. Okay, some students, for example, mechanical students. Let us take some kind of mechanical or automobile students. Now, when they are working on this related to this mechanical related stuff, when there is some kind of pressure will be there. Suddenly the pressure will be very high. They want to sense that one. Of course, the pressure sensor will always detect the pressure values, but some case will be there. Some abnormal data they are going to identify. Okay, suddenly the pressure was raised or something was happened suddenly. That is called as anomaly detection, right? This is called as anomaly detection. So these are all the different types of machine learning techniques. Out of which in the machine learning, we are having supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. Supervised means someone is supervising, means in terms of some labeled data. We are working on the labeled data. When we work on the labeled data, then it is called as supervised machine learning. When we are working on the unlabeled data, then it is called as unsupervised machine learning. Now, what is meant by labeled data? Labeled data means if we are having the output variable, means what you have to predict that variable is available, that particular thing is available, then it is called as a labeled data. If the output variable is not available, then it is called as unlabeled data. Now, what is meant by output variable availability? Again, question, because you are completely new now, you don't know what is meant by this output variable also. Now, what is meant by output variable? Output variable means which you want to predict. Which one you want to predict? How you can know that which one you want to predict? That is your project. So whether I want to predict whether the person will buy the product or not buy the product means your output variable is buy or not buy. If the person is having the COVID or not COVID means the output variable is COVID or not COVID. If you want to, you are making a project to predict the price means the output variable is price. So if you are having any output variable, then it is called as labeled data. If there is no output variable, then it is called as unlabeled data. Is that clear? So where the regression and classification, these both comes under supervised machine learning, where these both comes under unsupervised machine learning. Clustering technique, anomaly detection, and recommendation engines. We are also having the recommendation engines. All these comes under unsupervised machine learning, where there is no output variable. There is no particular output variable, right? Now, so these are all comes under, say one example for unlabeled data. Vijay Bhaskar is asking, can you explain one example for unlabeled data? Unlabeled data means, for example, let us take like this. One more I'm going to add, that is called as recommendation engines. Okay, recommendation engines, where it is going to recommend us. Example, everyone knows, as some of the students are watching live from the YouTube also, as of now. Now, let us take an YouTube example, same example of YouTube. Now, YouTube. Now, let us take an example of YouTube. Now, based on the previous videos, whatever you have watched earlier, based on your previous videos watched earlier, it is going to predict the next which video you like more. Which type of video you like more. For example, in this output variable, okay, this person will like this movie or not, yes or no. If I ask like that, then it is called as classification algorithm. But I'm not asking for a single movie or single video. I'm asking overall in that particular genre, which video is having the high probability. Means you are going to check with all the related videos of same genre, and from that you are going to calculate which is having the highest probability, and that particular highest probability video you are going to recommend to the end user so that he is going to click on that particular video. Is that clear? So now there is no output variable, right? Now there is no output variable. Is there any output variable? If I ask whether this person is going to like this particular movie or not, miss, then it is having some kind of classification algorithm. Is that clear now? Got your point? Done. Next step. One more student is asking, Sheikh, sir, can you repeat the anomaly in short? Anomaly means abnormal data. Abnormal data is called as, for example, let us take like this. I have measured the temperatures. Every day I'm measuring the temperature using some sensors at particular in Amirpet, exactly at 1 p.m. Every day I'm measuring at same time, same location, everything is same. On one day, I have observed the temperature is 32 degrees, 34 degrees, 31 degrees, 31.4 degrees, 36 degrees. Now, one day I have got 200 degrees. Is that possible? 200. Might be instrumentation error, right? Instrument has not worked properly on that particular time, on that particular day. Some error was there. Now, from this, what you are going to understand? Okay, some error is there here, which is not possible. Then from that, what you are going to conclude? There is a problem in the sensor and you are going to modify that one, right? You are going to replace the sensor or you are going to repair the sensor. According. This is called as abnormal data. And we have to detect this one. See, here I have written only just a few examples of just 6 records. Okay, 6. And you can easily identify this one. But in the real life, you are having 10,000 records. From that, how you are identifying? Are you going to see from top to bottom and each and every record? Are you going to observe? Is that possible manually? No, right? So for that, we require some kind of machine learning algorithm. So it will identify automatically that one. Got the point? Is that clear now? Example. As one of the example I'm saying. Right? Sheikh, is your question is clear? Can you please write in the chat box? Done. Good. It is clear, right? Done. Now, coming to next question. Sir, can you explain the label data? Yes. Label data means, for example, let us take like this, user car prediction. Take a simple example of user car so that everyone will understand. User car prediction. Generally, if you want to purchase one car, what are the things you are going to observe? In new car means it is a fixed price. I can't do anything. We have to pay as per the company, right? Ex-showroom price and along with the taxes, whatever it is there. But user car is not like that, right? User car is not like that, right? So user car, we are going to predict the price of the car based on the multiple input parameters. Like one of the input parameter is age of the car, how many years old, color of the car. White color will be trending, white color or silver color, but black color car, if a particular black color car is there, means new car price also is very low comparatively when compared to white color car. Color is also an important. And whether it is a petrol variant or diesel variant, what is the variant of the car is important, right? And number of kilometers till now it has driven is important. For example, 2 years old car, but the person has driven till now only 1,000 kilometers, means very less used, not even first service was done. then the price will be more, right? For example, the same car, 2 years old, but the person has used it for 15,000 kilometers in these 2 years only. Rough and tough, he has used. Automatically, the value will be low comparatively. Right? So based on the based on the engine condition, based on the insurance, whether the car is having an insurance or not, based on all these parameters, we are going to predict the used car price. Is that clear? Got the point? So based on these all the parameters, we are going to decide the price of the car, where the price of the car is the output variable. This is the output variable where you are going to predict this one. Your project is to predict the used car price. So this is the output variable. So since it is having the output variable, it is called as a label data. Since it is a label data, we have to execute either regression or classification. Out of these two, one we have to select. This is fixed. Now, out of these two, one we have to fix. So now what we are going to do within this, we are the output, the used car price will be different. 1,80,000 will be there. Some cars will be 9,40,000, 6,20,000. Any number can be there. I'm not asking whether the person will buy the car or not. Will not buy the car. That is not the question. What would be the price? Where it is a numerical value. So then automatically we have to go with the regression. Is that clear now? Whether the person will buy the car for that price or not, miss, that is classification algorithm. If you are having the price of the car also as one of the input variable, and based on that, whether the person will buy or not, miss, classification. Right? Now, next question. As again, one of the student, he is asking, sir, how a unsupervised machine learning algorithm is predicting them without an output variable, how it is going to predict? Yes, this is a good question. Now let us take like this. In my class, few students are there. They are called as experienced students. Means they are already having an experience in IT industry. There are few students are there. Okay, few students, few records are there. Okay, dot means student. Example I am writing. Okay, student 1, student 2, like this. We are having certain students in the IT industry who are already experienced. Few students from non-IT, they are not having any experience, no experience. Okay, and this person who is having already experience and no experience, this is already the data. Now for a new student, this is a completely new. For a new student, whether he belongs to this group or this group, how you are going to predict? How you are going to predict whether this student is whether this one or this one? Based on his experience. Here, is there an output variable? Is there? Is there any output variable? Is there any output variable? Are you going to predict some salary? No. Are you going to predict something? Yes or no? No. Just you are asking what is your experience, and you are going to classify him based on the experience, whether to experience group or non-experience group. Here only groups are there. Is that clear? Clustering algorithm is. Now coming to the next one is artificial intelligence. Yes. Yes, guys, good. Now here, artificial intelligence. Now, what is meant by artificial intelligence? A replication of human intelligence. A replication of human intelligence artificially is called as artificial intelligence. Means how a human will behave. We want to create similar type of pattern with artificially. For example, I'm going to write with my pen. I'm using the pen and I'm writing here on the whatever the screen. On the screen, I'm writing by using my pen, some pen, right? Now, whatever the pen I'm using and pen and hand, using my hand and pen, I'm writing something on the screen. The same thing I want to create artificially. I'll make a one type of robo, simple to say robo, which will be able to do the same things the man can do, a human can do. Whatever the human can do, it can do the same thing, but created artificially. Is called as artificial intelligence, which was created artificially. Right? Now, within this, we are having computer vision, natural language processing, and conversation AI. Now, first one is computer vision, which is used to work on the images and videos. A computer vision is used to work on the images and videos. Earlier example, whatever we have worked earlier, that is machine learning. This machine learning, everything will work on the structured data. All the machine learning algorithms or machine learning processes or machine learning models will work only on the structured data. When you are having a structured data, we are going to apply the machine learning techniques. Now, if you're not having in terms of structured data, you are having a unstructured data. Already I have told you what is structured data and unstructured data. Now, if you are having only unstructured data and you want to process the unstructured data, then you are going to take the artificial intelligence. By using the artificial intelligence, we are going to process and we are going to work and we are able to predict. Everything will be done by using artificial intelligence. Right? So now, in that, one of them is computer vision, where computer vision works with respect to images and videos. Example of this one is autonomous cars like Tesla cars. Tesla cars, right? Tesla cars automatically detects the images, and based on that, it is going to have the self-driving. Tesla with self-driving. Self-driving will work based on the images, whatever it is collecting. Within a second, it is going to collect the multiple images, and these multiple images are getting processed in the backend. Okay, all the images and videos are getting processed in the backend, and based on that, the self-driving cars, which are also called as autonomous cars, which are working, which is the complete principle is computer vision, right? If you are having a text data and large amount of text data you want to process, then it is called as NLP. If you are processing a large amount of text data, it is NLP, natural language processing. And if you are having some conversations with the humans, then it is called as conversation AI, where example is ChatGPT. ChatGPT, chatbots, all this comes under this. Right? Where you can have some kind of conversations with the humans. You can have a human interaction with the machine. You will ask some questions and it will give some answers. ChatGPT is an example. Google Assistant is an example. Alexa is an example. Siri is an example. If you ask your Alexa, hey, what is meant by artificial intelligence? It will also tell the answer, right? Hey, Siri, can you tell me what is data science? It will tell some answer, right? So these are all with respect to conversation AI, right? So if you're having a human interactions, then it is a conversation AI. If you're not having human interactions, then it is a normal NLP. Okay, for example, in the Twitter, are you going to make any conversation? Are you going to make a conversation with the Twitter? Are you going to ask the questions to the Twitter and Twitter is going to give you answers? Machine is going to give the answers? Is the machine is going to give the answers in the Twitter? Yes or no? No, right? So there, it is just we are processing whatever the tweets are available in the Twitter, whatever the tweets we are having, we are just analyzing the tweets. In that case, we are going to work on the natural language processing. Natural language processing means the human will write in his own way. The tweets is going to follow the proper grammar, may not be. Yes or no? May not be. Every person who knows perfect English only can use the Twitter, or if they don't know perfect English also, they can use the Twitter. Right? Anyone can use, right? Now, whatever the language the human is writing, and we can analyze that one, then it is called as natural language processing. Naturally, whatever he has written that language, we are processing that one. It is called as natural language processing. Right? Is that clear? Yes. Now, if you are working on any unstructured data, then it comes under artificial intelligence. Simply to say, if you are working on unstructured data, artificial intelligence, like text, images, audios, videos, all this comes under artificial intelligence. Processing of unstructured data comes under artificial intelligence, to be more simplified. To process the unstructured data, to create artificial intelligence, first, how a human will analyze generally, that same thing we have to train the machine in the same way. Then that particular machine also will work in the similar pattern of the human. Now, what is the difference between the human versus machine is? The machine will do somewhat fastly when compared to human. But all the machines will work based on the human input zone. Whatever the program we have written, according to that, it is going to work. Right? According to that, it is going to work. It is not going to work on its own. It is going to work whatever the program we have written. According to that, it is going to work. Then, sir, according to us, it is going to work now. Then why we have to create that one? We only can work, right? But it will take so much of time. To analyze 100 records, a human will require some kind of X minutes. The same 100 records will be analyzed by the machine within 0.0001x, means very less time. The machine will work in a very, very, very less time. That is the advantage of the machine. Now, for example, let us take like this, some X and some Y. Two columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm having two columns. One is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are the names, column names? What are the column names? Leave it. Now, I want the relation between these two columns, that is Y and X. What is the relation? And based on the relation, I want to predict for the 6, what would be the answer. First, I'm going to identify the relation, that is Y is equal to X plus 5. And once I identify the relation, I'm going to predict for 6, the answer would be 11. Sir, within just a minute, we have concluded. The same thing, if I write in the machine, it will take, the processing will take less time. But to write the code, it will take at least 5 minutes of time. Related to this one, exactly, it will take for me 5 minutes of time. But processing of the machine will be less than 2 minutes only. For writing the code, it will take 5 minutes. Now, if you are having a small amount of data like this, just of 5 records as simple data, then no need of machine. Manually, we can only do everything. For this, we require a machine. No. When we require the machine means when we are having a large amount of data. In the companies, are we going to work on 5 records or 4 records? No, right? We are going to work on the 10,000, 20,000 or 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs. A huge amount of data we are going to analyze. At the time, we can't do them manually. So for that reason, we are going to use the machines. Is that clear? Right? Now here, whatever the earlier example I have written, that is this example. Now what you are going to predict? The output variable, which is numeric. Now it comes under a regression. That's it. Since the output, I'm predicting this one. For predicting this one, that too, it is a numerical value. So output is numerical value. So it comes under regression. This is a regression algorithm, a regression-based machine learning. Right? Is that clear, guys? Till now. Done? Now, let's get into the next one. Now coming to the Azure. The next one is once artificial intelligence was completed, the intro was completed. Now let us get into the Azure. Now, what is Azure Machine Learning Service? We understand what is data science, what is artificial intelligence. Now let us understand what is Azure, and we'll combine everything. Then it is called as data science and artificial intelligence using Azure, today's topic. Okay, already we have understand what is data science, what is AI separately. Now let us understand what is Azure. Now, Azure is a cloud service. Cloud. It is based on the cloud service. Now, what is meant by cloud? Cloud means in terms of some way the entire hardware and related to that will be located. For example, in my office, if I want to work on something, I require some systems, right? So for processing that one, I require multiple systems or multiple servers or something to finally develop that particular product. So instead of having this entire hardware in my particular office, I'll have this one in some other location. The entire hardware setup in the some other location, which is called as cloud. Okay, there, this entire hardware will be there, and there they are going to provide the service. So directly I'm going to use that service so that this entire hardware equipment I don't need to buy. For that maintenance, I don't need to have the person separately. For maintaining all these things, I don't need to require some time of persons, additional persons for that. So it makes me to work very simple with high configuration. That is cloud service, right? Within the Azure, we are having IaaS. Within the Azure, we are having IaaS. That is infrastructure as a service. I stands for infrastructure. A stands for as a service. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. It is providing the infrastructure, whatever the infrastructure we require. As earlier, I have told you the hardware components and the related to that, right? Next one is software. Software as the service. It is going to provide the entire software as the service. And it is going to provide the platform as a service as per the requirement. As per the requirement of, for example, I require only the infrastructure, means select only the infrastructure. If you require the software, for example, ChatGPT is there. ChatGPT is working on one cloud, right? You are going just using the google.com, chatgpt.com, all these things you are opening and you are working there. The software, ChatGPT software, you are going to use directly. But this is as one of the service. Software as the service. And the next platform. Platform as the service. So platform means it is going to give us some space. Means within the cloud, it is going to create some free space where we are going to build our own things inside that. As the platform as the service. Where we are going to build something related to us. For example, Azure Machine Learning. We are going to create our model within the Azure. We are going to create ourselves and we are going to create the platform for that. That is platform as the service. Infrastructure, software, platform. Everything will be available within the cloud services. Now, within the cloud services, Azure is available. Let us take the cloud providers. Who are the cloud providers in the market? Okay. Whoever the cloud providers are there inside the market, let us take the cloud providers. Who provides these all the services? Cloud providers. Means one, Azure. That is by Microsoft. Microsoft company provides these cloud services by using Azure. Second, AWS, that is Amazon. Amazon provides the same cloud services by using AWS. Third, Google Cloud. This one also will be provided by Google. Right? Three top MNC companies which provides this type of cloud services. Right? Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Right? Out of which one is most popular? Means this is the out of everything are more popular. To my knowledge, Azure is more popular. The reason behind this is for data science. I'm saying about the data science and machine learning guys. I'm not saying about the DevOps or others. I'm not saying others. I'm saying particularly in the data science and machine learning services, Azure is more popular. Okay. So if you see with respect to the AI and ML services, which will provide the more number of services, that is the best one, right? For example, let us take like this. Data science course is provided by multiple institutes. Which institute is best? Which institutes provides the more information or more data or more subject or with respect to less fees? That is best. More service should be given, at the same time less cost it has to take. That will be the best. Simple, right? Now, if I come to the AI and ML service, my requirement is AI. This is my requirement. My project is related to AI. For my AI and ML, which one is best one means Azure is the best one. It will give the more type of services when compared to others at very low cost when compared to others. So Azure is more popular in terms of AI and ML. Right? Is that clear? Now, coming to the Azure Machine Learning Service. As I have told you what is meant by cloud. First, I have told you what is meant by cloud. And within what is cloud, and within that, what are the different types of services are available, we have discussed. And within the service, one of the service is called as AI and ML service. Okay, now for AI and ML services, which one is good, Miss? Azure. Azure AI and ML service is good comparatively. Okay, comparatively, for me, it is always Azure will be the best when compared to AWS or when compared to Google. Of course, Google also will provide this service and AWS also will provide the service. But comparatively, more services, more reliable, more transparent, more easy. All these things I'm having with the Azure. Right? So now within the Azure Machine Learning Service, what is meant by Azure Machine Learning Service? Where it will allow us a provision with respect to Machine Learning Studio. There is Azure ML Studio, in which we are going to build means create. We are going to create. We are not going to use the already existing one. Already existing one you are using means, then it is called as software as the service. Already available. It is already available. You are using now. Example, ChatGPT. You are going to create your own. That is called as platform as the service. So in the ML Studio, you are going to create or you are going to build your own ML models and you are going to maintain them. And miss, you are going to build them and maintain them, miss, you are going to deploy in the Azure. You are going to build the models and you are going to deploy that one in the Azure service, Azure cloud, and you are going to share the same thing to the client so that they are going to use that one. This, whatever the model is there, they are going to use this one as their software and they are going to use for their further purpose. Right? So Azure's ML Studio is used to build and maintain the ML models along with the pipelines. Pipelines means step-by-step process. Pipelines means step-by-step process, one by one. Order of execution, one by one. Right? So where it contains the ML Azure ML service will contain the one designer. Designer means just you have to drag and drop. Just you have to drag and drop to create the end-to-end ML pipelines. Just drag and drop. Example. Let us see one example. This is one of the example. So here I'm going to load the data. After loading the data, I'm going to select which features means which columns to be used. For example, user car price prediction. Earlier, today's class, we have discussed user car price prediction. In that, one of the column is serial number is there. serial number 1, this is the card details. Serial number 2, card details. Serial number 3, card details. Is the serial number is important parameter for me? Serial number is important? No, right? Age of the car is important. Is the serial number is important? No. So whichever the columns are important, that columns only you are going to select. Which columns are not important, you are going to drop those columns. And after that, you are going to clean the data. And you are going to do the data cleaning, data wrangling, and after that, modeling, followed by evaluation. Once evaluation is done, you are going to select whether your model is a good model or a bad model. Now, till now, what we have discussed earlier, okay, till now, what we have discussed earlier, that is intro. Up to here, it is intro. I have given. Now, this only the students who are already familiar with the machine learning and data science related projects, they'll understand. Because a data science project will involve the 6 steps, out of which the first one is business problem understanding. First, we have to understand what business problem means, what we have to predict, and for what purpose we are doing this project. Second one, we have to understand the data, which data is important or which data is not important, and what are the different data types are there. Data understanding we have to, this is the second one. Third one, data pre-processing. Step 3 is data pre-processing, where in this we are going to involve the data cleaning, data wrangling, and we are going to split the data into training and testing purpose. Train, test, split. We are going to split the data into train and test. And then we'll apply the model. We are going to do the modeling. Okay, modeling means we are going to just apply the machine learning, and from that we are going to evaluate the model. And the last step is deploy the model. If the model is a good model, means you have to evaluate your model, and at the same time whether your model is a good model or a bad model also you have to check. That is model selection, evaluation and model selection, whether your model is a good model or a bad model. These are the total 6 steps. These 6 steps are called as CRISP-DM methodology. CRISP-DM project methodology. Data science. For data science, we are going to apply the CRISP-DM project methodology. What is meant by CRISP-DM is CR stands for cross, I stands for industry, S stands for standard, P stands for process. Cross industry standard process means every industry has to apply the same process for the data science. If they want to implement any data science project, every industry has to apply the same process. That is the meaning of that. Cross industry standard process for data mining. Data mining means understanding the data, whether it is a structured or unstructured. Okay. So CRISP-DM methodology, we have to do the 6 steps: business problem, data understanding, data pre-processing, modeling, and evaluation with deployment. So now these same 6 steps we are going to implement in the Azure Machine Learning Studio. Okay, we are going to implement the same thing in the Azure Machine Learning Studio, where we are going to create a free Azure account. First, we have to create the free Azure account. Okay, which is free initially for 1 month. 1 month it is free. 1 month trial version. Right? After 1 month, you have to pay for it. Okay, cloud is not a free of cost because it is providing the services. None of the service will be for free of cost. So we have to utilize the service, means we have to pay. Pay as per your use. As per your requirement only you are going to pay. You are not going to pay entire things. Which are you required, you are going to pay as per your requirements. Okay. So pay as per use. According to that, it is going to work. And you are going to use a free. Initially, you are going to use that free account for 1 month, and in that only all the students are going to practice. Once you enter into the industry, the company is going to purchase that one. The license will be purchased in the company, right? So for practicing purpose, we require the free account. It is more than sufficient. 1 month free trial will be there, where it is having the $200 credit will be there in that. So that $200 credit is more than sufficient for us to process this ML algorithms and to work on that. So here, just we are going to load the data. After loading the data, we are going to do the data cleaning. After that, we are going to do the data wrangling. After that, we are going to train test it. We are going to apply the model. And finally, we are going to evaluate the model. So all the steps will be implied. So here, instead of writing the code, Python code or R programming language code, whatever it is, instead of writing the code, just we are going to use drag and drop. This is a very simple one. Drag and drop. Right? Now, so this Azure Machine Learning Studio will support with respect to a drag and drop. Okay. So that is called as designer, where we are having visual drag and drop to construct the end-to-end ML pipelines. And Azure will support the notebooks, Jupyter notebooks. In the Azure, we are going to work only using the Jupyter notebooks, that is Python, by using the Python. Of course, using other language like R also we can use, but 99.99999% will use with respect to not 99.99, 100%. 100%. Everyone will use Python only. By using the Jupyter notebook, they are going to write a Python code if they require. This is one option. This is one option. Both are different. Right? So if you want to create a Jupyter notebook and there you are writing the Python code and build the ML models, or by using the designer, where drag and drop. And you are having auto ML, where you have completely automated the process to build and train the ML model. So these are the options which are available within the Azure Machine Learning services. Okay, first service is called as designer. Second service is with respect to notebooks, where we can write the code within that Azure only directly. We can write our Jupyter, whatever the Python code is there. Instead of writing in our laptop, directly we'll write in the Azure cloud only. Instead of writing in our laptop means in our system, in our personal system, instead of writing here, we are going to use that one in directly in the Azure only. And third one is AutoML. Right? So these are the three different services. Right? And next, where we are having the multiple data sets are available. Okay, multiple data sets are available. Data sets where are used to work open data sets. Open data sets means which is open, public hosted data sets, which are commonly used for learning and building the ML algorithms, which are most commonly used, right? And we are having some kind of experiments where we are going to work on that. We are going to work on the multiple ML tasks on the virtual machines, containers, all these things. Okay, where we are going to execute the code. And where we are having the pipelines. Pipelines means step by step. Machine learning pipelines, that is step by step. Right? Step by step pipeline will be there for training the model. Next, we are having with respect to the models. Finally, whichever the model is satisfying the business problem, that particular model I'm going to deploy. And endpoints means complete deployment accessing. Whatever they have deployed, the model, I'm going to give that one to the end user. Once it is deployed, I'm going to provide this one, whatever the deployed model. This deployed model, I'm going to provide as a API to the end user. and end user is going to use that particular model. For example, I am predicting the user card price prediction. For whom you are doing that project? Who asked you to do that project? Why? Why you have to do that user card price prediction? Who asked you? Some client, some XYZ person has given you the data set, and his requirement is he want to use that user card price. And based on that, he wants to predict what would be the price of the car, right? So that for that particular end user, you are going to provide this one, and using this one, he is going to work on that. And finally, he'll predict what will be the user car price, right? In this way, this Azure machine learning, what is meant by Azure machine learning means nothing but that entire machine learning, whatever we are going to learn separately, that we are going to imply in the Azure, where this will be provided as a cloud services. That is the difference. Is that clear? Now coming to the course at Naresh IT. So now it's almost 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes. So in this 1 hour, 10 minutes, we have discussed in this 1 hour, 10 minutes, what is machine learning, what is data science, and what is artificial intelligence. That is the basics. And how we are going to develop the projects in the Azure, and how we are going to deploy that one, and how we are going to share to the end user. Means the basic part only. I have not covered any advanced part. I have not even opened the Azure, and I have not even processed the data. Because if I open the Azure and if I start loading the data and if I execute the entire project, it will not be completed in 1 hour. It is not practically possible. Everything I want to learn from the scratch level and everything I want to complete in this 1 hour, means it is not possible. For example, what is data cleaning and what is data wrangling and what is meant by trying test suite, explained within one model. All these things cannot be explained in 1 hour. The entire data science course can be explained in 1 hour. Is that possible? No, right? So the same, this we are going to imply once we learn the data science course or ML. Once we learn that one, that we are going to execute in the Azure. Now, sir, when we are going to do this one, means when we are going to work our ML models within the Azure. Okay, now when we are going to do that. So once you enroll for the course at Naresh IT, once we complete the ML, immediately I'm going to show you how to execute that same ML, whatever we have done in the normal in our own system, how to execute the same thing in the Azure. That we are going to discuss in the further sessions. Now, in this batch, in this particular today's class, some of the students might be my old students. Okay, so what we are going to conduct in the further, whenever there is a class, whenever we are going to conduct this ML in the cloud, whenever we are going to conduct this ML in the cloud, at that time, I'm going to share you the particular link, Zoom link, and you can attend the class. Right? For my previous students. Now, for upcoming students, that one is already included in the course. That is for my previous students. Now coming to the new students, that now I have included that one even in the course also, directly in the course. So now this data science course will include the complete data science, data mining, data analytics, Python, statistics, the machine learning pipelines, how to create the machine learning pipelines, step-by-step process, complete pipeline from scratch level to advanced level, from the how to load the data to how to deploy the model from base to end. That is complete ML pipeline we are going to discuss, and how to deploy the model in the Flask and even in the Azure. How to deploy our model. For example, already I have written the Jupyter notebook code. In my system, already the Jupyter notebook code is there. Everything is there. Now this code I want directly use in the Azure without using the designer. That one also possible, right? How to deploy the code in the Azure, and deep learning, NLP, computer vision, SQL, and Tableau. This is the complete course structure along with the Azure AI. We are going to have even Azure AI, means completely how to execute the machine learning from the scratch level in the Azure. That one also included in the course. Means whatever I have shown you earlier, everything was included. Deep learning means nothing but artificial intelligence only. Deep learning, computer vision, NLP, these three comes under artificial intelligence. These three of them comes under artificial intelligence, right? Machine learning with artificial intelligence along with the statistics is called as data science, right? Earlier, we used to work on the big data, large amount of data. Earlier, we used to process that one in the big data. Nowadays, for entire data science, everyone are processing, if you are having a large amount of data also, everyone are using the cloud only. Means advanced to advanced directly we are going to learn. Right? So if a company is using any cloud service, they are not going to use big data service. Is that clear? Now, so here I'm going to cover the 25 modules and tools from the scratch level. That is from the basics to advanced level. And we are going to have 20 plus real-time projects, not one or two. This is your experience. Right? This is called as experience. These 20 real-time projects, whatever we are going to do, this is called as your experience. Now you'll understand what is a project and how to implement and how to identify the output and how to execute and how to deploy. These 20 projects are your experience, right? And along with that, 2 capstone projects we are going to do, which is end-to-end, complete starting to ending, end-to-end projects. And here, NASSCOM certification. You are going to get a NASSCOM certification, which is recognized and it is a Government of India certification. Right? It is not like a simple kind of certification. It is from Government of India. So you are going to get a NASSCOM certification. And along with that, Microsoft certification in Azure AI. So for example, let us take like this. Okay, I'm opening in the Google, this Microsoft Azure AI, which is of AI 900. Now, if you see here, the contents, what are the contents means? These contents includes how the artificial intelligence workloads and considerations, and how we are going to apply the machine learning on Azure, computer vision on Azure, natural language processing on Azure. Everything we are going to cover. Completely we are going to cover. Entire things will be covered. Right? So just you can go through this. So getting started with artificial intelligence. Already I have completed today only. What is introduction to artificial intelligence and what is regression, what is classification, what is clustering, what is anomaly detection. That is only. Just if you want, you can even open this one. Just after the class, just open this one and read this one. Just take this in the Google, just type AI 900. What you type in, just see in front of you only I'm typing google.com. Here I'm writing AI 900. Okay, AI 900. And here, whatever the website I'm getting related to Microsoft, these are all sponsored websites. Upgrade, Cloud Academy and Intelpad. These are cloud sponsored websites. Forget about the sponsored websites, which was paid websites. They're paid for that, for keeping them in the first position. Okay, ignore them. Now let us get into this Microsoft website and just click on this. And whatever you are having here, just read this. Now, this certification is actual cost in India. It is 3,696 plus taxes. plus tax, and which will be approximately 4,200 rupees. Approximately, I'm not saying exact number, approximately it is 4,200 by including the tax. Now, this one you are going to get at free of cost. You don't need to pay 1 rupee also. You'll get the Microsoft certification at free of cost. Already I have told the same thing to my previous students, how to do that, how to get that. Okay, once you enroll to my course, there I will discuss how to get this Microsoft certification at free of cost, which is worth of 4,200 rupees. You don't need to pay 1 rupee also, you'll get the certificate. How you'll get, miss? You have to take the exam, guys. Miss, just directly you'll not get the participation certificate. This is not participation certificate. Exam you'll get it free of cost. Okay, you can get that exam, which is worth of 4,200 rupees. That exam you can take it free of cost. Once you take the exam, and once you are qualified in that exam, you will get the certificate. The qualifying mark is 70%. The total exam marks will be 1,000 marks, out of which you have to get 700 marks. That is the qualifying mark. If you attend my classes, 100% you can easily qualify in that. Easily, dead easy. Okay, easily you can qualify. Right? So, if you attend my classes, you are going to get the benefit of 1 Microsoft certification. At the same time, you are going to get the NASCOM certification. 2 certifications will be included. Okay. And now additional to that, I'm going to provide the materials which is for lifetime. I'm going to give you Google Drive access, which is going to be for lifetime. Okay, whoever the students has paid for the course and enrolled for my course, particularly for those students, I'm going to share a Google Drive and I'm going to add you in the Google Classroom, which is going to be for lifetime. Right? Which is going to be for lifetime. I'll give entire Google Drive, which is for lifetime. The course, data sets, whatever the notes we are going to discuss, whatever my PPTs and textbooks, everything will be shared on the Google Drive. And that drive access also is going to be for lifetime. In your entire life, it will be there. Right? And additional to that, you'll be participating in the Kaggle competition. Everyone will participate in the Kaggle competition. Kaggle is an international level competition for data science. Right? And apart from that, I'm going to share you 1,000 interview questions with answers. I'm going to share you interview questions also by end of the course. By end of the course, I'm going to share you 1,000 interview questions. And along with that, 300 questions related to Microsoft and NASCOM. For my upcoming batches, I'm going to share 1,000 interview questions and along with the 300 certification related certification questions also. And once in the future batch, whenever I upgrade or I update something, it will be updated for my previous batch students also automatically. Previous batch or upcoming, everyone is my student only. Once you are my student, I'm going to share every content to everyone. If in the future, if I update something also, I'll share to the previous existing students. Right? And you can have with a resume building. Here, I'm going to have the resume building session. I'll conduct how to build your resume. If you're having the subject with you, you should know even how to project yourself. Right? So we are going to conduct the resume building session where I will show you how to create a visual resume. What are the subject or content you are having, how to build that. Right? And mock interviews. I'm going to conduct the multiple mock interviews. Means simply to say every weekend I'm going to conduct one mock interview. For my upcoming batch, I'm going to conduct every weekend one mock interview. Every week, one mock interview. Every week, one mock interview will be there. Means by end of the course, you'll have at least 10 to 15 mock interviews. Minimum guarantee. Okay. And both offline and online. Both offline and online. The batch will be both offline and online. So offline students can attend offline. Online students, if you are from out of station of Hyderabad, you can even attend online. Both will be conducted simultaneously. Both will be conducted simultaneously, not separately, right? Offline and online. And it is going to be of 120 hours of content, daily 1.5 hours into 80 days. So it is a 4 to 4.5 months duration. Almost it is a 4 to 4.5 months duration, where we are going to have for 120 hours plus content, which will be delivered lively and completely by me only, from starting to ending. No other trainer is going to take the class, only by me. Completely starting to ending, including the Azure, including whatever the SQL, Tableau, everything will be conducted by me only. Right? And we'll have the doubt clearing sessions in between. Course duration will be approximately 4 months to 4.5 months. 4 to 4.5 months. I'm saying at the starting itself, it is going to be 4 to 4.5 months. You have to plan accordingly. And the course fees is 15,000. Just of 15,000. Right? The course fees is just of 15,000. And along with this course, you are going to get a free Python and Linux course at NareshIT, where the free Python is, which is worth of 400 rupees, sorry, 4,000 rupees, which is worth of 4,000 rupees that you are going to get at free of cost. Now, sir, earlier you told that you are going to explain Python. Now again, you are saying free Python. What is this? Python, whatever I'm going to discuss is related to Python for data science only, not generalized Python. I'm going to discuss which is related to data science. I'm not going to focus on the Python developer part. I'll focus only related to Python for data science. Is that clear? And you are going to get a certification from Naresh IT. At the same time, you are going to get a certification from NASCOM once you clear the exam. You are going to get one certificate that is called as participation certificate. Whoever has enrolled and completed the course, they are going to get a participation certificate from Naresh IT. And along with that, whoever has cleared the exam of NASCOM exam, they will get the NASCOM certification. Right? Yes. Now the course fees, earlier it is used to be 40,000 and now you are getting at very low cost. Use this one, grab the opportunity. Right? Yes. If you're having any questions, you can please ask me. And further, if you have any questions furtherly, you can please contact the numbers. That is for online students, please contact Rajeshwari ma'am. Her number is, I have displayed here, 73373-13417. For online students, please contact the Rajeshwari ma'am. Whoever has want to attend offline, please contact the Rajesh sir. He will be available in the campus directly. Just you can come down. Whoever wants to attend offline, directly you can come down and here itself the admin will be available. For you, I no need to share separately the number because anyways, you're offline student, you are coming down, right? Directly you can speak. For you again, by phone number. Come down and directly ask whatever the questions you are having, everything, whatever the things, offline students. Online students who are not able to come to Hyderabad or not able to come to Amirpet for classes, please contact the Rajeshwari ma'am. Right? And the batch timing. Now, finally, the batch timing would be from morning 7:30 to 9. tomorrow. The batch will start from tomorrow morning 7:30, which will be more flexible for both experienced and non-experienced students. That is for freshers. And many of the experienced people, they are asking, sir, please keep some kind of early morning batch so that we can attend the classes. So for them, by keeping in that regard, we have selected the timing at morning 7:30 a.m. Is that clear, guys? And this is the link. You can see the link also, right? So this is the link, and please join the link at tomorrow 7:30. Right. Yes, guys, please. Next, coming to still any questions? Sir, why not Power BI? Comparatively, Power BI and Tableau in the industry, how many, if you take 100 companies, out of 100 companies, how many of them are using Power BI and how many companies are using Tableau? If you check for data science, particularly about the data science, if you check this one, surely Tableau will be more. That is the reason I have selected Tableau instead of Power BI in order to satisfy more number of companies. Power BI is recently it is trending, but Tableau from so many years it is in the first position. Choice is yours. You can select either. See here in the companies, Tableau or Power BI. They'll ask either Tableau or Power BI. If you know already Power BI means to learn the Tableau, it is of 1 or 2 days for you. If you are already familiar with Tableau means learning Power BI is 1 or 2 days because everything will be the same. Plots will be the same. When we have to which type of plot, that is common. Everything is common. The only difference is in terms of what would be the difference? What would be the difference between these both? Between the Tableau versus Power BI is a slight minute features will be difference that we are going to learn. Is that clear, guys? Yes, please attend whoever wants to have this course, please attend tomorrow's demo session, and there we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, basically this workshop is not related to tomorrow's batch, right? This workshop is related to data science and artificial intelligence with Azure. Means in the Azure, how we are going to process. That is based on the Azure machine learning services, how different types of, what are the different types of services are there and how we are going to process that one. That is today's session. Tomorrow, we are going to discuss the actual with respect to that. And whenever in the future, I'm going to conduct these Azure classes, I will intimate everything in the classroom to my previous students. Okay. Since this is a basic introduction class, so I have not even intimated in the classroom also. Whenever I take actual classes, I will intimate the same thing in the classroom. Sir, we are not from statistics background or we are not that much of good at maths. Absolutely no problem. Everything I'm going to take care and I'm going to explain from the starting, from the base level. And whichever is related to data science, that only we are going to learn. We are not going to learn entire statistics. We are not going to apply for MSc statistics, or we are not going to apply for the statistician role, right? We require whatever the statistics we require for data science, that only we learn. Right? For that, you don't need to be a statistician or you don't need to have complete MSc stats or BSc stats. Nothing is required. Whatever the statistics or maths required for data science, everything we are going to see from the starting. That is from the scratch level, from the basic level. Are we going to learn anything related to DSA? No, I'm not any developer. I'm a data scientist. For data scientist, DSA is not required. Have you observed any data scientist role is asking with respect to DSA? You know, with multiple job portals, right? Just open any job portal of your choice, any company of your choice. Is any person is asking with DSA or not? Just check. Just understand first what is data science role and what are the requirements to be a data scientist. For being a data scientist, we no need to have that developer role or others. Is there any placement assistance? Yes, of course, placement assistance will be provided. Obviously, if you are having a good subject, no need to show you separately the placement. You can even apply for the companies. And in my previous batches, multiple students has got the jobs just by applying by themselves itself. Anyways, Naresh IT team is having a very great connectivity because it is almost in the industry for last 25 years. 22, 25 years. It is almost 22, 25 years. It is there in the industry. Automatically, it is having a great connections with the industry, right? With the industry people. So automatically, you'll have a good placement support from other Naresh IT. And what is the full course content and data science course brochure that we are going to see in the tomorrow's class. Please attend the tomorrow's class. Right? For upcoming batch and that one, we'll discuss detail in the tomorrow's class. Is that clear, guys? Yes. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope everyone liked today's workshop, I assume. And please share your valuable feedback. Thank you. Thank you all. And tomorrow, I assume that in this, all the students, each and every student who is passionate towards data science, 100% they'll attend the tomorrow's class. Right? Thank you. Yes. As one of the students from previous batch is saying that, sir, lucky, next batch students are very lucky. Okay. Guys, you previous batch students are also lucky only. And I'm going to share you the links also whenever I conduct any extra things. When compared to your batch to other batch, whenever there is any new things, I'll share it to you also. Okay. Don't worry. Done. Yes. Whenever I share the interview questions or certification related questions to other batch students, immediately I will update the same thing in your drive also. In all my previous classrooms, whatever the previous batches are there, every batch I will update the notes. Whenever I am updating something in the fresh or new batch, I will update the same thing in my previous batch. Yes. Tomorrow morning 7:30. Already I have told you, right? Please join at tomorrow morning 7:30. This is the link. Use this Zoom link and please join. Nagjyoti, how many months is this course? 4 to 4.5 months. Generally, we used to say 4 months, but sometimes it's getting extended to 4.5 months. So it is better to keep as 4.5 months. Okay. If everything goes smooth and if everything I complete in the is 4 months. 100% minimum is 4 months. 100%, no doubt in that. 4 to 4.5 months. Right? Done. Thank you all. Thank you for attending the session. Yes, Ravina Reddy says that that is SRK. Thank you. Yeah. Abhishek says that I already completed data science course, but just I want to learn Azure part only. That is not possible. If you're not my student, means that is not possible. Only to my students, I'm going to share that link whenever I discuss the Azure. My previous batch, if you're not my student, miss. Yes, if you are my student, miss, obviously I'll share you the link. Whenever I discuss that particular part, immediately I'll share you the link. Right? For my upcoming batches, whenever I update the course and I move further, automatically I'll share with the previous batch students also. Not only for you, for everyone. Next, your teaching way of style is very good and clean understanding, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Sure, guys. Let's end up this session and we'll meet tomorrow. I assume that whoever are new to data science, everyone will attend the tomorrow's class at 7:30. Thank you.